Hey, what's up everybody? Andy here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the best VPNs to use for Linux. Okay, if you're wondering what the best VPN for Linux is, then keep watching because you're in the right place. Now, virtual private networks were originally created to allow off-site workers to log in and work remotely, but securely through their corporate offices. So it's no surprise that Linux users are at the front of the queue looking for Linux VPNs. And in short, the best VPNs work by routing all your internet traffic through another computer, which might be on the other side of the planet. So it'll appear that you are browsing the internet through that remote computer. Of course, VPNs have lots of other benefits as well. The most important reason for using a VPN is security. And while Linux is, by nature, more secure than other operating systems, there are several other additional security benefits that come along with using a VPN. Now, because a VPN routes all your data from your computer to the remote website through an encrypted channel, it ensures that your information can't be intercepted by your company or your ISP. And this makes a Linux VPN especially useful for browsing the web over an unsecure, untrusted network like the Wi-Fi in a library or a hotel. Then VPNs also enable users to overcome geo-blocks and view content that may not be accessible in your region. For instance, with a VPN, you can access your favorite BBC broadcast, even while traveling outside of the UK. Fortunately, as an increasing number of users switch to Linux for its security benefits, VPN providers have begun to support the platform, just like Windows and Mac. So, which VPN should you choose? Well, there are tons of VPN services out there, so it can be difficult to choose the right one. And that, my friends, is where this video comes in. Now, I've tested more than 30 of the most popular VPNs on the market to find 3 of the best ones for Linux. And so with that, I'll jump right into my first recommendation, which is ExpressVPN. Okay, ExpressVPN is my most recommended service, and that doesn't change even when it comes to Linux VPNs. In addition to its installation app, Express also has extensions for Chrome and Firefox on Linux. The Linux VPN app will automatically connect you to the closest server, or you can manually direct it to thousands of servers in over 94 countries. Now, the service is loaded with features for Linux, and it comes with a network kill switch that's enabled by default, which is helpful during setup and for overall security. And despite being SLI based, its client is easy to operate. Now, Express does cost a bit more, but it makes up for that with some of its features and security. And because Express offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try it risk-free. So if you'd like to give Express a try, I'll include a link in the description where you can learn more and save some more money off the regular price if you're interested. And now, for my second recommendation for Linux is NordVPN. So NordVPN offers many great features for its Linux users, and I love the double VPN feature, which for extra security routes your traffic through 2 different VPN servers, encrypting your data twice. Linux users also connect through obfuscation servers that will conceal the fact that you're using a VPN. Also, the service relies on its homebrewed NordLynx protocol, and that's based on WireGuard and is tuned for speed. And then, in terms of limitations, NordVPN allows a maximum of 6 devices to be shared on the same connection at any given time. So overall, Nord is a great choice for Linux users. Okay, now for my third recommendation, and that would be Surfshark. It is my favorite budget-friendly VPN for Linux. In fact, I found that it's a bargain Linux VPN with its longer plans costing around $3 a month. And even as a cheaper VPN, the service has no lack of features, and it performed really, really well in my tests. Surfshark also has a CLI-based utility for Linux, and you can use it to connect any number of devices at the same time, including Linux, Mac OS, and Windows devices, as well as smartphones, tablets, smart TVs, or even a router. And then Linux users can also take advantage of Surfshark's Clean Web feature to block out ads and malware and use the VPN in obfuscation mode, which makes encryption VPN tracks look like regular browsing traffic. Now, I do have to say on the downside, some features such as split tunneling aren't available to Linux users, which might be a deal breaker for some people, but for the price, I mean, it's really hard to complain. All right, so those are my top 3 recommendations for Linux VPNs, but before I end this video, I would like to take some time to answer some of the most frequently asked questions I get on this topic. So the first question, can you get a free Linux VPN? Well, if you look hard enough, you might chance upon a service that'll offer free VPN options for Linux. However, the risks often outweigh the benefits of saving a few dollars. For example, free services are usually a lot slower than any of the paid services. In fact, they are often so slow that streaming becomes impossible, and you might not even be able to enjoy a pleasant browsing experience with them. And on top of that, there will almost certainly be a cap on bandwidth for a free VPN, with limits so low the service is unusable for any practical purpose. Another major concern with free services are their privacy policies, or I should say lack thereof. They are not free out of the goodness of their hearts, and they have to make money somehow. Collecting and selling private data is one of the most common ploys. And now, for the last question, what's the best VPN for Linux in 2021? Okay, all things considered, if I had to pick one, I'd go with ExpressVPN in 2021. Sure, at first glance, the service does appear more expensive than its peers, but that cost comes down with longer subscriptions. Also, Express supports several popular uses, such as streaming content without noticeable drop in speeds. And if you're a long-term VPN user, you'll be able to appreciate the quality and stability of your connection with Express on Linux. And Linux users can connect through any of the Expresses throughout the thousands of worldwide servers. So hopefully this video was helpful. If so, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, as that always makes my day. And just remember, if you are interested in any of the VPNs I mentioned in this video, be sure to hop below into the description to find some special discount links. And who doesn't like saving some money? Also, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome to our cyber family. Be sure to stay safe. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.